Hello friends, I am Dr. Jaideep Kumar Sharma. I'm a radiologist. I'm a doctor from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. 56 years of age into my private practice, but that's about the part I'm not going to talk any further about. I'm going to probably start my story from a moment which happened when I was turning 30 years of age, back in 1993. On a very cold winter morning, more like this, I remember waking up that morning into lights brighter than this, into beeping sounds of electronic machines around me, a smell which I had been smelling for 12 years because I work in a hospital, and I could immediately make out I was in the ICU of my own hospital, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Waking up that morning gave me the notoriety of having survived the second longest coma in the country in a road traffic accident. Back on the 6th of June, people told me later, I had met with a road accident. I woke up with a cracked skull, with a missing lower jaw, a face which was defaced, a shoulder that was missing, 6 ribs crushed on my left side of the chest, and a missing right leg, just a mangled piece of flesh. I was in excruciating pain. They had tied me to the bed. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I couldn't write. I couldn't tell them what I was going through. But I was going through hell. I didn't want that life. But my friends, my teachers, my colleagues, all the people I had known for all my life got together to actually save me, which is just the part I didn't want them to do anymore. I didn't want that life. Somehow, after 10 years, 56 units of blood transfused, and 22 times put under general anesthesia and operated again and again, they rebuilt me piece by piece by using plastics, metal, flesh from other people, bones, and my own tissues transplanted from one part to the other. What stands in front of you is probably a miracle of modern science. Yes, you may say so. I wasn't happy about it. 10 years later, I walked into a house who had nobody. Nobody had lived my life with. Everybody had moved on. I walked into an empty house. No person to live with, nobody to share life with. That accident had taken away everyone from my life. The only thing I knew, given that I was a doctor, was to continue to practice medicine. A radiologist that I was, it was much easier for me to sit in a chair and look at images and talk to some people and maybe even sometimes call up a doctor and tell him what the findings were, write a report and give it away. That was easy. I could manage that. While people called me a miracle, I grew to be a very difficult person, a very irritable, very sad, very angry person. And also while they were treating me with all those medicines for all those years and steroids and everything that you might have heard of, I realized 12 years later, I was 134 kgs. I was a diabetic. My blood pressure had shot up. I had had 3 slip discs and I was again confined to a chair. But life was good. I was a success as a radiologist. I had set up a chain of diagnostic centers, MRI, CT scans, and the works. I didn't want that life, and I prayed every day that it would be taken away from me. I didn't want that kind of success. The worst was yet to come, and I didn't even know that. Another morning, on a cold winter morning again in 2006, I wake up and I can't see my hands. And that's because I had lost my vision. I had had retinal detachment in both my eyes. I went blind. Completely. A radiologist, 134 kgs, with all kind of sicknesses and ailments, with a certificate of 55% permanent physical disability, who now loses his vision, is absolutely a piece of flesh, with no purpose in life, nowhere to go, and nothing to perform. But as you can see, I'm not where I was. And I believe most of you would want to know what really happened in the last 12 years that I stand in front of you and talk to you like this, where I was, because I could not sleep the whole night, I was in the gym actually, and I ran 20 kilometers this morning, and I walked up to you to actually tell you this wonderful story. and tell you something that is possible for all of us. All of us humans who are born onto this planet. I had long time, I had 16 years to just talk to myself and look at a ceiling fan, where the fan would start 6 months and then stop for 6 months. And this would happen years after years, and I just keep looking at it, wondering why my life is so miserable. That's what I want to share with you right now. If he's the creator, if he's the father of all of us, and I'm the son, no father would have treated a son like this, right? No father would have done so. Why was he doing this to me? Why was he repeatedly doing this to me? What was he that he was trying to tell me that I had not understood? It was actually a very simple message. He'd sent me a human being, an insan, a manushya, a manav on this planet, and I hadn't even figured out what it meant. I'm very sure all of us know what a knife can do is cut. What a hammer can do is put the nail into the wood. What a refrigerator can do is freeze. What a mixer can do is mix. But we have no clue what a human being can do. A manav, a manushya can do. It's actually hidden in the name. All I could do was manavta, insaniyat, manushyata, humanity, which I had never done in my life. My purpose of life was to make myself happy, create wealth for myself, do what I could do for myself, my family at most, if it were there. That it wasn't there, I was just a very selfish clod of ailing, complaining person and nothing else. And that he would not have allowed to happen on this planet. Now look at the planet that was. What would be the second wish a father would have for his son? Be happy. Our elders always say, beta, khush raho. And I had learned only to be angry and upset and irritable. How could he ever be happy with me? That day, when I woke up, much later, around 6 years ago, I decided to be happy for no reason. I'm happy enough because I walked this planet. I'm happy enough to be born in this country. I'm happy enough for so many things I've got I've never thanked enough for. I'm happy for being in this phase of planet where everything is transforming so fast. Look at me, look at this country. 130 crores of us, all who call ourselves Vasudev Kutumbakam, and I'm complaining that my family is gone. I have 130 crore people who are my family and I don't notice it. That's the problem with my point of view. Not with the planet, not with the God. If that is the family I'm born to, what else do I have? I have this land where Guru Nanak had happened, where Mahatma Gandhi, where Mother Teresa, where Vivekanand, Dayanand, people of that kind of Gautam Buddha, Vivekanand, Mahavir, these are the people who had transformed the planet by just not being born to good people, not being educated in a better place than I was ever. I was educated at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, but they didn't even charge me my tuition fees because I was on a scholarship throughout my life. And I never thanked the planet enough. I didn't thank my country enough for that. I realized now on my smartphone, I have 3,500 doctors, all my friends and colleagues. If we were to put our brains together, all the wisdom, all the love, all the compassion, and I'm trained by the best doctors on the planet, All India Institute of Medical Sciences. If I could put it all together and the experiences that I've had, there is something that I didn't notice, and that is what I want to share with you. The magic of how I healed is because I got the purpose of my life, the purpose of me being created, recreated, and recreated again about it. I want each one of you in your chairs to think today as to why you walk this planet, this beautiful planet that we share. If 130 crores of us have a life expectancy of less than 70 years, roughly around 2 crore people from this planet would be leaving, from this country would be leaving every year. What are we really? We are actually just courier people. We are given this to be couriered in a very healthy, happy way to the next. What do I mean? My body can actually, if donated on my way out from this planet, heal 62 families. An eye goes to 3 people, a liver goes to 4, and every part of my body can be used. Those 56 people who donated blood for me were actually trying to tell me that. This is the land of Mahabharata. I, like a stubborn Arjun, gave up everything that I was trained and everything that I knew, everything that was already available to me, and I didn't fight my war. I just stood there in the middle waiting, and arrows were thrown at me and I was getting hit every time. And I was still blaming the God for it who had brought me to the right place already. I had to just lift my bow and arrow and just start doing what I was actually meant to do. Just fight my own Mahabharat. And I didn't do it. And what have I been doing since then? I was not to focus on how to lose weight, how to get my eyesight okay, how to get my sugar controlled, how to get my slip disc working again. No, that wasn't what I was working on. We've now collected together, and I want to, through this medium, let all of you understand, on our way out, please, as you live on this planet, enjoy and celebrate your life. Take good care of your bodies, take good care of your health. We as doctors are going to support you. Our medical fraternity is brilliant. Our medical fraternity, as in Indians, we lead the planet in medical discoveries and the kind of magical treatments that we provide to the whole planet. We are available for all of you too. And now, through modern use of technology, we have 3G, 4G, 5G networks happening. We have the fastest moving spaceship, the cheapest, 6 rupees per kilometer, and we go to Mars. We have only to now reach out and feel the pain of the person next door to us. Born as a human, the only feature a human has with other life forms don't have is compassion, is feeling the pain of the other human being. That rarely ever is demonstrated by any other life form. And accidentally, if it does, कहा जाता है कि अगर एक कुत्ता रोता है बाकी किसी कुत्ते के चोट लगने पे तो इंसानियत दिखती है, एक कौवा रोता है किसी और कौवे के मर जाने पे तो इंसानियत दिखती है. हम लोगों की इंसानियत कहाँ है? We burn and bury the people we have been loving and living with for 40, 30 and 100 years and never feel the pain of the person next door who could have had his kidney, who could have had his eyes, who could have had his liver, lung. All body parts can be given away. I can't put a headlight of a brand of a car into another brand of a car, or a horn of this brand into the horn of another car, but I can actually put the eyes to anybody. What would it solve for my country? If all of us would have mixed and merged on our way out, our loved ones were actually living all around us. First of all, we could have had people whom we have loved all around us. Second, those people would have gone to families where there'd be no boundaries of religion, sex, caste, financial, social discrimination. It would all fade away. It would just fade away. In just 12 days, this country, which has the maximum number of blinds, would not have a single blind on the 13th day if we all could understand the simple fact. On the 8th, there did not be a single kidney failure requiring dialysis because we would have given away the kidneys that were available in the last 8 days. We could have given livers away for 6 days and not a single cirrhosis patient. Hands and feet would be given to all of us Indians in just the 100th hour. And we are still waiting. We have the technology, we have the raw material, we have the sufferings, and yet we are so mean that Insaniyat is not still waking up. This conversation today, and we just prayed to Ganesh, you know, the god of transplant. Everything we start in our country is a worship to the transplant god. We believe in the simple ethics of granting the last wish. Could there be a bigger wish? Could there be a bigger wish than to actually live forever? And other families who would take care of me, who would love me, who will take care of me, the little part of me which still lives on the planet. I was just the courier person. So are you all. You want to live forever? There is a way about it in the modern technology, and India is the place. This is the place where Mahabharata was fought, and this Mahabharata is also being fought here. Each one of you is an Arjun. And we don't have to stop anymore like I was. This is the message I want to convey to all of you, because it is possible now. Technologically, it is in the ethos of this country. This is what actually is about being invictus. It is about what is about conquering the impossible. Together, we can conquer and we will conquer. And thank you so much for listening to me today.